programming your own Latin beat is one of the most rewarding things you can do. There's nothing like putting your balls on the desk, showing people the project and going, yeah, I programmed that. Yeah. Especially when you have to do the whole Instagram, TikTok thing and you drop your balls on the desk and show them that you programmed everything yourself with some thick sounds, okay? Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a Latin beat, programming a lot of it yourself. We'll use a couple loops here and there, but the important stuff, we'll talk a little bit about the theory so that you can do it step by step. Now, we are going to be using the brand new Evil Sound Solid Pack. Thick shit, thick minimal tech, not thin stuff, okay? But you're more than welcome to use the thin stuff. Some people like it. In fact, some people advertise it as thin. No saturation. I don't know, man. Go figure. But on number 33, actually. So let's rock that in. We'll put it up here. We're going to have this. I want you to notice is that this already sounds very clean, okay? This is because the kicks are made properly, okay? Again, they're just sculpted nice. Now, I do have some clipped kicks that we can definitely go for, but they're just not my cup of tea. Sense choice will always be the thin shit, but long, if you know what I mean. Okay, so got that. Let's sidechain it. We already got that going on here. Good thing about short kicks is that you don't need to sidechain as much. From there, I want you to open up the 909 Core Kit. The 909 drum machine is one of the most iconic drum machines in dance music. And if you're starting out in your production journey and you're making a lot of dance music, it's a good one to scope out your beat. Now, from here, I'm going to pick my drums now. For Latin tech, you know, you don't want to go with the 909 stuff because it can sound just a little too gentrified, you know. And again, gentrification, you can debate if it's good or bad. I don't know. Once you start putting oat milk in the hood, I don't know. I got a problem with that to an extent. I'll still get it, you know, but okay. Gentrification clap. I like that clap. It's so fucking meaty. I wonder if it'll work, but you need something. Okay. And then we're going to grab an open hat as well. Gladly, there's Norteña. So if you're Latino, you already know what's up. Los Tucanes de Tijuana or del Norte, I think. Or Los Tigres del Norte. Yeah, bro. But get my open hat out. Now, the reason we go with these is just they're a lot more shorter and they're going to sound a lot better. More space for the percussion to breathe. Because when you go with lock open hats, they take up a lot of space. The other thing we can also do is use a shaker as a nice little open hat as well. But I'm going to choose to layer it for this tutorial. Oh, you know, I don't want to show you guys the open hat, how I programmed it, because everyone knows how to do that. But I find not a lot of people know how to do it properly. And what I mean by this is that velocities are very important. Usually you can use velocity to get the grooves just a little sharper. For instance, quiet, loud, and you can dictate a lot of the beat with this as well. So now we're gonna use the clap on the 2 and the 4, right? Everyone knows this already, but again, your velocity is very important. Okay, from here, let's grab a shaker, but I'll teach you guys how to program it as well, just so that way you can't say that I fucking clickbaited you guys. So we'll grab a drum rack. I usually like to run 3 or 2 shakers. The reason for this is that you can get the shakers just to really come to life. For instance, you can use those. I really like this keys one. We used it for the open hat. So theoretically, you can say we already have a shaker there. So let's find... this one's sick. Okay. So these two are going to do just fine. We're going to move this to the right here to the beginning. And that's fine there. And for the shaker there, right? The one we just put. And then we can still have it. And I'm going to have this one omit here. So it's offbeat and then the 16N. All right, let's get rid of it. Okay, now the hard part. It's the bongos. Okay, bongos are probably one of the hardest ones to really get right. And here, let's go. There we go. That bongo. Let's grab a couple. I like using like this, just dropping the whole kitchen in there. Okay. Don't get scared. We got this. Okay. So let's find the first hit. Okay. And we're going to kind of do similar 16ths. Okay. Now, usually with bongos, the key with them is really to have multiple hits, velocity changes, and feel the groove. For instance, we can definitely make a groove like reggaeton, where we use this 1.1.4 here, and then we go here to another one. That's a good starting point. It's one that you can always use, but now you start to fill it up by having other ones very quiet. Right? Check it out. And then we can have one here too. Now we can even go here. Now your brain will start to work because you have heard a lot of this style of music, hopefully, salsa, etc. And as you start to input stuff, your brain will want certain things. I suggest you don't judge because usually the first thing that comes to mind is the right thing. And when you start to overthink, like, oh, Clooney wouldn't do this, what would you do, right? And your brain's telling you what it wants. So follow it through. Okay, so we started with that. And now my brain wants something like this. And then super quiet here. You can even move this one. But let's keep it simple. Yep. Remember the shaker's there too, so maybe we take it easy a bit. Just trying them out. Here, I want to do like a little flam roll. So we're going to zoom in. We can go on 30 seconds here. Put her up. You don't have to be perfect. Make it feel like a real bongo player. There we go. A little off too, just poquito. Okay. Now for that, it's bongos. Now, here's the important thing, right? The shaker's very wide, so that means the bongos can't be wide. So if we want to kind of omit that, we can use utility from Ableton and have the shakers collapse middle. And then the bongos can start to get wide. We can either one pan, use the Haas, auto pan, really, like it just depends what you want to do. So I'm going to do an auto pan. Auto pan just makes it so that the signal is panning left and right. I don't want to overdo it. But now if you really want super wide bongos, you can really go square on this by changing the shape. And then you really get them wide. You can also use the Haas effect, which it's delaying one of the sides of the signal by a certain amount, like so. The problem and debate with this is that when you collapse it into mono, like so, it's not going to sound the same. But again, it's debatable. A lot of people. You do lose a bit of the signal, but you can see we also lose a bit of volume. All right, so if I get rid of it, you can see it's not the cleanest. So if you really want the signal down the center to be really strong, I recommend using AutoPan or like a plugin that makes it wide without essentially using the Haas. There's the doubler from Waves that we can also use. I usually use the presets because I hate programming this thing. And I believe might not be the cure. Let's get rid of the doubler. Especially if you notice here, there's the peak value, which is that dark green or dark grayish thing, that level that we see. And then we have the super bright green. The bright green is the average loudness of the drum, while the dark green is the peak of it. So a lot of the times people will try and lower down that difference, which we would call the crest factor. And that usually dictates how loud that drum is going to sound, aka has less dynamics. Usually when you saturate, you will EQ afterwards to clean up maybe some stuff we don't like. Can make them warmer. So we're just going to go in with this. Boom. Clean them up a bit. Now here you can really process them in any way or form you want. I'm going to use another EQ to get rid of some resonances. Okay, cool. Now we can start putting even more percussion. Okay, and this is where it starts to get a little fun and where people kind of go, I don't know what to do. But usually I say just feel it out. For instance, if you like the Carnival sound, use it. And I usually say try playing it with the MIDI keyboard. You know, you'll feel it. You'll feel the groove. I feel many people have a good sense of groove. You just dance, groove around, have fun with it. If you don't know what to do, you can always use drum loops as well to help you kind of fill it out. But right now, just try and do it yourself. You know, you can do that. Don't be scared to play up an octave, lower octave. You know, that's the same drum, but it's just up an octave, down an octave, and then down an octave, really. Again, we're going to do that. I'm not going to judge it. Let's feel it. And there we go. We have that. The bomba accent, maybe we get rid of it and use this. Back now, I think the bomba's good. Let's just commit to it by clicking here, and now we see what it does. And now we're gonna add the 16th swing. Just, oh shit! Now somewhere fucking sick. Here's the right. Let's lower the volume a bit. In fact, that's not even the volume. The right volume's here. Since the right is playing with the open hat, I usually like to go to the attack and put it up. So that way it doesn't, like, you know, transients don't stack up too much. Let's play with it a bit. There we go, having fun with it. From there, we can start to really add more to the beat by either one using a top loop, but I want to show you guys other stuff. We can accent the drums as well, and this is what other people do really well, like especially the top guys like Andrews and a lot of these top Latin producers, the ones that are, you know, like, what the fuck are they doing different than me? Cowbell. You could add that, or you could add like a... Just fill it out, you know? Maracas. or even on the kick, right? That's another option. But here, see, we have mic congas here too. But what I wanted with this guy was more to emphasize the beat with the, we'll use the swing, with the ride or open hat. It's a different sounding one, so, and we'll add it here. But we're gonna do it every fourth, like not too much. And remember, we have the flan 2 going, so that's a very important part of our beat that we don't want to crowd too much. And try the decay on it. There we go. It's gonna get there. Doing good so far. From here, it's starting to reach a point where I'm like, can we add more? But then I don't really know what else to add. So that's where I would go with a top loop to see if there's something I can extract from it. This is where having really dope top loops helps. Oh, that's sick. But we'll follow the top loop now. So we go top loops. And from here, it might give you more ideas or it might just make you dirtier. It's very important that you try and not overdo it. I like one thing. Somewhere here. I think it's this thing that I like. Somewhere here. So we're going to use the clip. And we're going to go gain. And let's see if we can omit the first. We don't need the hat. So we're going to omit that. And we're going to use this. And the thing I liked was here. There you go. I'm just grabbing this here. I think that should be fine. Oh, actually, no, we have more. We can do command 2, B. I don't like these again. Nope. I do like this one. We don't need that there. Aye. Using our sustain down. Let's find another one. Uno.
Mira todo el mundo. Baby, hazme lo que quiera. No queda nada. El lugar en sé que quiere y aquí me tiene. Sé que quiere.
These are very generic, but.
Soy una chica peli. Rick. Ay. Baby conmigo.
A lot of our samples to just make them sound different, especially the top loops. There we go. We're just gonna omit the kick. EQ. Let's see if I can go lower in octave on this. From there, if we can get some timbales, that'd be sick too, bro. So let's see if we can go the stash. Do I have the C for 4 or 5? Find like some. Now we're gonna just go with the swing. I want to see where I'm at for. And we're gonna go one shot. I think Ableton should have timbales, actually, now that I think of it. It does. There you go. We can add those as well. And we're just trying to, again, accent certain parts of the beat. So now we go. There we go. I like that one. Or it might be too much already, to be honest. We're at a point where it's pretty stacked. So I'm going to add the God Particle, which is a cool little plugin just for a fake master. Okay, it's like it's set to like a weird bar. It should be 4 bars, bro. It's like fucking it's like a weird one. I'm not trying to do polyrhythms here, right? So yeah, we're just gonna do this. Damn, what the kind of polyrhythm ass shit, dog. You're too cool for that, bro. There we go. And then I'm gonna add one more top list to cement this, okay? I want Poppy Trance, man. Just use the whistle one, but nah, we're gonna use. Let's try one of these real quick. And oh, too busy? So we just find one that works. I like it. We can do that as well. It's a little too dark too for Latin, but I like this one, man. It's just gonna fill it out. We're gonna get a little. And from there, it's really what you put and how you have everything interact. Maybe a little short. Me gusta como te terena. Bass real quick, okay? Just to kind of cement it one more. You know, we went with a loop, but now let's make our own. And usually, you know, you can be very similar in terms with. Let's go with A. Or fat. Not that one. Oh yeah. So One of the things, again, once you know the reggaeton beat, it becomes very valuable. And what I mean by this is this. Check it out. We're going to go F. Let's go down an octave. Ooh. And then we're going to go doom, like this. Okay. I'm going to go like that. Doom, 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 doom. You'll see like this. And then we can go to another note here. Or we can also do doom, boom, boom. And then stay low. And then we go up again here. Like so. And now we omit that. Or we can even go. Well, yeah, that's more solid grooves, but let's turn the portamento up. Okay, let's go with it. I'm just hitting random notes at this point. And we'll do that. And then we can use the filter to remove all the top little clicks you hear. Right, so this kind of groove you would probably scope it out a little differently. Check it. This guy, let's go with a more harder hitting percussion rather than the slimy one we have. And oh yeah. We do still need the shaker, I feel, so. But this time the shaker, we can make it a little shorter by fading it out, pulling it like so. I think we can right click and on this and copy the value to siblings. And let's just tighten it up a lot. And yeah, we can use the timbale a lot more now. In fact, we could probably grab some of the perks we did. Like the bongo one we did, we can probably put it on the... Yeah, see, this wouldn't work because it's the beat's not allowing that, or sorry, the bass, right? But this is the beautiful thing about it. You start to understand these things, so now you're like, okay. Use a timbale. Yeah. Maybe not that's such a good idea. Oh yeah. Why not? And then we can also do the generic scale you're in. And then to the 7. And then that usually works really well as well. So let's do that here. Yo quiero una papacita, una mamá, una cosita, papi, 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 dame la cojera, ba, 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 ba. All right, guys, my camera died, but I hope that you guys got a lot out of this video. As you can tell, I'm very raw dogging it, and I hope that it brings a lot of joy to you guys, seeing how we can make our own beats, have fun with it. All we need is a vocal and then arranging it out, and that's the fun thing. But Solid is out now, guys. It's going to be a pack, as you can see, for very underground house music. It's going to give you access to all these sounds, and I hope that it brings you guys a lot of joy. With that being said, you can find it over at evilsounds.com. Support if you want. You don't need the pack, though. You can definitely find all these samples elsewhere. But these are the ones that I created myself that I know sound good and that will elevate your productions and help you take over the underground. With that being said, you guys take care. Much love and peace.